Ross. I'm captain TKA. TKA to me is all about in it together. It's everybody together, everybody's one, everybody shares their problems, let people know, people were here for them, we listen to them. A lot of members understand each other, what people go through, and that's a great thing about us. We're like a big family, we play football. So yep, that's what TKA means to me. Helped me in a lot of ways. I got made redundant. I was looking for something to do when I was at home. While looking for another job, I came across this. Took me a couple of times before I decided that I was going to go for it, and I've never looked back. It's one of the best things I've done in my life, and I've been taking on a lot of the more responsibilities the longer I've been with it, all the way up until just the last couple of years, making it into a charity, for which myself, David and Paul are so proud that we've done it, and we couldn't have done it without our members and our vice captains. Everybody's did their part for us.
Yeah, one of my friends, Nathan, had told me what was happening, guys putting on this mental health kickabout, and he said, "Do you fancy coming down?" So I came down. When I got chatting to the guys that were there, it really resonated with me about how important it was. I've lost friends to suicide, I've struggled myself with PTSD, we've had loads of issues. The friendships, the idea of just getting out and playing football, and it helps switch my brain off. So instead of thinking about lots of other things, just focus on the sport, focus on the camaraderie and the people we play with. I've made some great friendships, we've helped each other along the way, and yeah, I now don't know what we would do without it. So I'm so grateful for this even starting. It's the best football I've played in terms of emotional support, well-being, and I've played a lot, and sometimes that pressure is huge, but this is just about having fun and being together.
Hi everybody, my name's Simon LaRue. I first came down to TKA in its second ever week, and I've been there since. I had the honour a few years back to be asked to become a vice captain, which I gratefully accepted, and I've been able to watch the group grow from strength to strength to the point where we've gained charity status, which everybody's immensely proud of. Some of the work that we've done, the awareness that we've brought to men's mental health, and the money raised for all charities, including our own, means the world to me. I really enjoy coming down every week, seeing the bunch of lads, having a chat, being in a position where we're all dads, stepdads, carers, so we've all got the same sort of responsibilities and the same pressures on us. It allows us to cross that white line and let those stresses of the week subside for that hour or two that we play football, which is a game that we all love, and it brings us all together.
Cool. Well, I first started coming along because I torn my meniscus in my left knee, and by the time I'd had surgery and rehabilitated, it had been about 18 months since I last played. And then Grizzly, actually, him and Didi were the ones that had mentioned it about coming down. I actually watched the first charity game against the Northern Scot. Watched the Didi masterclass as normal. But yeah, I just came down because I hadn't played in so long, and they said it was a really good way to just come and play football. There was no real like ability standard or anything like that, and because I hadn't played in so long, I was completely unfit. I needed an excuse to get back out and playing again. So yeah, that's why I came down there.
Hi all, Paul McIntosh here, one of the vice captains of TKA. I have been involved with TKA for over 4 years now, since I got the invite from Paul Simpson, who's our captain and founder. TKA means everything to me, as it gets me out the house and all the lads out the house for a game of football and blather. And I believe that over the 4 years we've helped an awful lot of lads with their health well-being. So obviously that's a good thing.
Wanted to lose a bit of weight, but also the job I was doing was becoming quite stressful. So I saw my mental health advertised on Facebook, and I thought, why not just go ahead and give that a go. So I came along to my first session in July 2023, and I've never looked back. It's one of the best things that I've ever done.
Hiya, I'm Dan Morrison-Dyke. I've been with TKA for a couple of years now. I'm doing the social media for about a year, which I've been absolutely loving, gaining new skills, things like that. It's been great seeing our social media presence grow. What I love about TKA is you're playing football and meeting up with a group of dads. we understand what fatherhood's all about, which is absolutely brilliant.
So I started coming along, was involved with a lot of different football sessions in the area. Had recently given up welfare football just because it was a bit too serious and just didn't feel I was up to it anymore. And on the off chance there was a football session up in Grant Park on a Thursday night, so I took along a friend, and it's kind of stemmed from there. You know, I've barely missed a session. It's such a nice environment to be around. You could tell that from the first session. It was just like no slide tackles. It didn't matter how good you were or how good you thought you were. There was a place for you. It was really like lots of nice people, and people I hadn't spoken to, local people that I knew from school I hadn't spoken to in years, and straight away it was just you could tell there was that kind of the nice feeling, friendly feeling about the session. So no, it was. I've never looked back. It's been such a great part of my life.
Hey there, I'm Paul Simpson, co-founder, chairman, captain, TKA. TKA was born from Dave Sims and I having a proper drunken heart-to-heart conversation about life as a dad, when he stopped and had this dead serious look in his face and said that he had this wonderful idea that he'd like to share with me, as he thought that it would be right up my street and I'd be perfect for it. And it was about starting a mental health and a general well-being group for dads, stepdads, granddads and carers through my favourite sport, football. I immediately fell in love with the idea, and not only couldn't say yes quickly enough, I really couldn't wait to get started. Fast forward 5 years and we are no longer a small group of 12 dads, 12 lads having a kickabout once a week, but a community of hundreds supporting each other on and off the football pitch on a daily basis, which is something I'm immensely proud of. On a personal note though, I've made many friends for life through TKA, which is something I will forever be grateful for. I'm a firm believer that actions speak louder than words, so I would like to sign off with "In it together, lads," and Forza TKA. Mwah.
Found myself in a bit of a tricky position last year with things in my personal life and maybe not looking after myself the way I should have been. Opened up to one of my friends, he'd suggested coming to football with him. He'd been coming maybe 2-3 weeks at this point in time, maybe a couple of sessions. Since then I've got a lot more involved in football for the first time, maybe 14 years. But for me the biggest thing is the community feel. It's feeling like everything else just stays at the door when you come here. I feel like it's a good space for people to meet others, reconnect with playing football, and even if it's just a case of getting out of the house, you're guaranteeing you're doing that an hour and a half every couple of weeks. So for me it's been great, and I would really recommend doing it to everybody else. There's a real community feel. There's opportunity to play football if you don't want to play at like a competitive level where everyone treats it like the Champions League. You can just turn up, get games with your friends. I think it's really good. I'd highly recommend it.
Hi, I'm Dan Constable and I am one of the vice captains at TKA. I've been going along since the very first session 5 years ago, when it was just a small group of guys on a five-a-side football pitch, and we've taken that to, we're a charity now. We have played in stadiums, we organise social events, there's always a lot going on. But what does TKA mean? I think it means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. Everyone's going to have different answers, everyone's going to have different experiences. But for me, TKA is not by any means just a football team. It goes far beyond that. But you do still feel part of a team. It has that spirit to it, and you're also part of a community where you can share your problems. If there's anything on your mind, you can also help others with their problems, and the whole thing just goes from strength to strength.
So yeah, I've always played football my whole life, but 10 years ago I hung my boots up to coach. So when Moray Mental Health came along, I said this is the ideal opportunity to get our boots back on, start playing football, and to be honest, it's been fantastic. Never looked back since. You know, the group of players we've got, they just feel like family. You know, it's brilliant to see every week, week in, week out. You know, one big group, all welcoming as well. So it's great to see, and it's great for the community as well. You know, it's just getting bigger and bigger. Well, every match we do, getting more publicity, which is great to see. So it's raising more awareness throughout, you know, Moray and the Highlands. So it's great, it's fantastic.
Hello everyone, my name's Dave Sims. I'm the co-founder of TKA with Paul Simpson. TKA started off with a drunken conversation between me and Paul, where I approached Paul and floated the idea of TKA, and he immediately said yes. And never envisaged that we would end up 5 years almost later down the line to where we are now. We started off with 12 guys on the pitch, 1 day a week. Now we've got an average about 40 to 50 guys playing each week, 2 nights a week. We've got 11 sides that we play. We're also playing 7 sides and tournaments and things like that. So it's quite a mixture of football for all the guys to experience. We've had guys down at playing at professional parks, pitches. So it's been an all over experience for many of the guys. TKA, it helped me mentally on a number of occasions, and I know it's helped a lot of other guys. We've had plenty of feedback to say how much of a difference it's made. A lot of guys suffer from anxiety, depression, social isolation, and sometimes it's just hard being a dad, and having other dads to speak to is really what TKA is about. So yeah, TKA, long may we continue, and long may we continue playing football. Out.
I've been at TKA. I started in June 2022 after looking for something to do after coming out of depression. So this group has meant a lot to me over the years. I've had a lot of bad days where I know that I can message the guys, text them, go along to football, and I get that support that I need, get the hug that I need, just guys making sure that you're okay. Additionally, I've met a lot of friends through TKA. It's great seeing some of the guys start anew, progress, and then you become friends. TKA isn't just about football, isn't just about guys meeting together. We've got not just playing football, we've got guys that go out and play golf together. There's guys who go out swimming into the North Sea together, going for a walk, paddle. So TKA isn't just a football group, it's a friendship.
Yeah, so last time we won and I end up in hospital, so as long as I don't end up in hospital, I'm going to go for 3-1 to us.
So we're looking forward to the game against Moray Mental Health. We're going to take the Moray Cup back. I'm going to go for a 3-2 scoreline for us. Fingers crossed. See you on Sunday the 20th, Station Park.
6-2, Health, obviously.
Really looking forward to the game on the 20th, which I believe that TKA will come out 4-3 winners. We're all in it together. Thank you.
I think it'll be Moray Mental Health 6, TKA 2.
In terms of the prediction, I'm going to say 2-2 or 3-3 with TKA taking home the Moray Cup on pens.
Oh, I think it'll be close. I think I'm going to go for a 3-2 win for Moray Mental Health.
My prediction for the game against Moray Mental Health, I'm hoping it's going to be a good, tight game, and TKA are going to come home with the trophy.
My score prediction would be, I'm going to say Moray Mental Health 3, the Kickabout Aberdeen 2, 3-2.
For the game against Moray Mental Health, I'm not going to sit on the fence. I'm going to predict a TKA win, possibly on penalties. So can't wait to see you all on the 20th of April at Station Park, and Forza TKA.
And the score prediction against TKA, I think it'll be 4-2 to Moray Mental Health.